What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the tower. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about today. There's three main things I want to go over. There's a new guild season that I will talk about. There's also a new module banner. And then a few pretty important changes in a new game version that came out a few days ago. So I kind of decided to just put all of that in one video, just because that's kind of a lot of stuff to happen within a few days. So yeah, let's get started. I'll start off by talking about the new guild season. So this is guild season 5. And it is like kind of a Halloween theme since that's coming up. So you have your bits, gems, and then module shards like usual. And then the same different themes. Halloween type themes, I guess. This tower skin does look pretty cool. Another eye as a guardian theme. Then a spider. And then these relics are not bad. The first one is defense percent, which is okay. And then critical factor, that's a pretty good one as well. And then the main thing I think everyone's been looking forward to is the new guardianship. So summon. So this summons a new basic enemy every second, and then they also give a cash bonus. So I'm not sure how useful the cash bonus is, since it seems to just be the summoned enemies, like it says. But the extra enemy spawns will be really nice for like Golden Tower Plus. Not quite as good without Golden Tower Plus, but it is more enemies, so more coins. I think this should be a pretty nice chip. I'll probably use this instead of Fetch, but I will keep Fetch as like a second slot, but a lot less investment. Probably just enough to get the dailies. But yeah, it seems pretty cool. It's really nice that we're actually getting a new chip. We didn't get anything since the guild seasons 1 and 2, where we got Bounty and Fetch. But yeah, finally getting a new chip. So yeah, we'll just have to see how good it is. We should be able to unlock it in a week when we have enough guild tokens. I think we can get that right when the week resets for the new weekly missions. Now I'll move on to the new module banner. So this will be active for 2 weeks, as you can see here. And Restorative bonus gives you an attack speed boost when you get a recovery package for a certain amount of time. And then that boost does decay over 60 seconds. So the uptime does seem pretty good. Even if you miss a package, you still do keep a pretty good amount of the attack speed boost. It would only run out if you miss like 2 packages in a row. Seems pretty good if you need attack speed though. So I will be pulling this a little bit. I'm just gonna go for Ancestral. I'm not gonna go any higher than that. 21,000 gems. I assume I should be able to get 8 copies in that many gems. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Let me get started. Singularity Harness, I don't really need that. I don't need Astral Deliverance either. Okay, I got one of them. Took like 2,000 or 3,000 gems. I think 3,000. There's a second one. Don't need a Havoc Bringer. There's a third one. Don't need Multiverse Nexus either. There's a fourth one. There's a fifth. 6th and 7th. That's pretty nice in one roll. Pulsar Harvester, don't need that. But I will take the generator shards. So honestly, any extra generators are pretty nice. And there's the 8th one. So around 12,500 gems. Not bad. I would say that's about average. But let me merge this up to Ancestral now. There we go. So I have mine at Ancestral now. I'm not going to touch it, but I do have it there. Got some of my extra fodder out of the way. And I will shatter these 2 generators, because I don't need either of these. So yeah, that's really nice for some extra generator shards. And I will shatter my rares right now as well. And I guess I'll shatter these as well, since I don't really see use for a second copy of those. So yeah, I'll just shatter these. Pretty nice extra module shards from those. I think that's everything for the banner. I guess I can just show the attack speed boost duration at each rarity. I will be doing a module highlight on this module later this week. Going more in-depth in it, so be on the lookout for that. The next thing I want to talk about are a few of the changes in the v27.1 patch. So the most major change is with module assist. In the past, the only ones that were multiplicative were the generators, so the 2 bonuses multiply together. And then these in the past were additive, so it would be 9x ultimate weapon damage plus 21, which would give you around 30. But they did change them, so now these do multiply as well. All 3 of the cannon, armor, and core multiply together, which has led to an insane power spike. I mean, this is just insane. Like, I have 21 times damage here, and then that's multiplying with the 9 times instead of just adding together. I can show a little example of that. So if I go in this run, my smart missile starts with 26.27 billion damage, and if I take this off, that is giving 9 times more ultimate weapon damage. They go down to, yeah, almost 9 times less, it looks like. So it's just an insane amount of extra damage that we can get. It is very good value in the early levels. I only have like 21% and 32%. They're not super early, but there's still a lot of room to improve. and they're giving me an insane amount of damage. When I was at around 16% here and 26% here yesterday, they were giving me around like 20 to 25 times more damage just from a little bit of stone investment in those, which is just such a huge number. As you can see, the core is also more valuable than the cannon. This isn't the best example since I don't have any stars on it, but even with the stars, this still doesn't multiply your damage as much. Let me switch to a module that has stars. So yeah, this is multiplying my ultimate weapon damage by 25 times, and this is only multiplying by 19 times. So if you do want to invest for these new multiplier efficiencies, then just know that the core is more efficient than the cannon, which is honestly pretty nice since I think a lot more people are going to have the core already unlocked compared to the cannon. But this change does make the cannon a lot more viable. I would say cannon is probably a better unlock than armor now, with a little bit of efficiency in the multiplier. So this change sort of switched things up in how good each upgrade is for the assist modules. If you need more health, the armor multiplier efficiency is also pretty nice. Even at 6%, I'm still getting double tower health, which is really good value. I would say if you have both the cannon and the core unlocked, a good ratio between the core and cannon is probably like 4-3 or 5-4, with the core being the one that's higher, of course. So yeah, that's a really big change to make in a minor patch, as they call it. If you do invest, it will give you a ton of extra damage. It is highly recommended. From my experience, it's been very nice so far, getting all the extra damage from both of these upgrades. I think I did this of my previous assist module video, but I will be leaving the link of a tool in the description to find the best efficiency for your modules. I think before it was only used for the generator since they multiplied, but now you can find the best spread of your module shards for all the other ones since they also multiply now. So yeah, it's a really nice tool. Just make sure to use that if you want to optimize your shards. I do want to talk about one other thing that came out in this update, and that is the battle history. So people have been asking for something like this for a long time, and it pretty much just stores your previous 20 runs, and then it does auto delete them after that. But you can just click any of your 20 most recent runs and look at all the stats. Really nice for keeping track of your runs, especially if like a run dies overnight and you have auto restart. You don't get to see the end of that, like how much coins you made at the end. But with this battle log, you actually can. So I was doing a few short farming runs earlier and testing a few things. And I can just click any of these and you can see all my stats, how many coins I made, sells, rerolls, just pretty much anything. And a few other things they did add just to the stats screen that you can see in the run. The coins per hour, I think that's a really nice one, just so we don't have to calculate that separately. It's automatically done in-game now. There's also an enemy destroyed in Spotlight. It does seem to be kind of off since I have 100% Spotlight, but it's not counting every enemy. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on with that. There's also an enemies destroyed in Golden Bot. And then also enemies tagged by Death Wave. If you're trying to maximize your Death Wave coin bonus, then that's really nice. They did change the orb hints to enemies hit by orbs, so this will be more accurate now. And the screen is just a little bit more organized in general. They actually fixed the categories and made it look a little bit better and easier to read. So yeah, I don't think there's really anything else here. Very nice change overall. I really do like the addition of this in the game. And yeah, that's really everything I wanted to talk about. In the past, there was a lot of other bug fixes and other changes, but they were a lot smaller. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any other questions or anything else, leave those in the comments. And yeah, see ya.